Welcome everybody, this is Kashimaru and this is Absolver. This time we're going for the build that is fully no hands, you know, Sanji tribute. So basically we're only using our legs, even though we have to use arms to block and parry. The rest is fully leg build. How viable is it online? It's not viable, but it's fun, and this is what Absolver is all about currently. Previously I did the boxer build and you guys asked me to show what my builds look like before the video. So here are my stats. Those are actually my boxer build stats, but in this game you can't change your stats when you already confirmed them. So if you want to, you know, make a completely different character, you'll have to make a completely different character. You can't remold the level of the character that you already have now. And since I don't really want to level up, I used my previous character. Hopefully that makes sense for those who don't actually have this game but like watching me or this game. But anyway, here are the moves that I'm going to be using today. Those are probably not the best ones, but they work. So I'm gonna go and try them out on PvP. The one thing I didn't show you in the previous video are the variation of maps where you can die by being really unlucky. I mean, if I can, for instance, beat this guy 3 rounds in a row on a normal map where you can't fall off or nothing can happen out of the ordinary to you, on this map, on the center of the map, you can die any second because of the shockwave ability, which is the best ability in the game. What it does is basically knocks you off. Well, it creates distance and regains your stamina if you happen to hit with it, which is kinda overpowered in my opinion, but it happens to be the best ability in the game for now, so everybody uses it. Here it goes, the shockwaves. And it takes only 1 shard to use, so each time you successfully dodge somebody's attack, or parry it, or absorb it, you gain a shard to try and knock off your opponent again out of the map. Some people agree to, you know, go to the different place or chase you to the place where you can't fall off or where it's not as slippery, and it's okay. But some people actually base their gameplay on running away to the places where they can use shards, or base their build on shards and keep using their abilities, and it becomes kinda annoying. Now if you watch my stream, you know that this game is slippery by itself, meaning that if you're not cautious, you can fall off, just like this guy did. So you have to be in control of what you're doing with your attacks. And since I'm using the lag build that requires a lot of range, it's double trouble for me, because there's always a chance for me to lose my control and step forward slightly more than I needed to. Final round, anything goes. Now, since it also lags a bit, I'm unaware how many shards he has, so I have to bait those out first before actually trying to attack him or knock him off. So right now I'm basically just poking, trying to get this out. Hopefully he doesn't have any more. It's all about positioning. You have to position him in the way that allows you to knock him off with your faster attacks, but it's also scary to position yourself. Because of this, you know, you don't actually really know where your opponent is because of the flicker lag. Good. For a second there, I thought I was the one falling off. Now, if that map actually had a bit more space to it that I didn't use, because my opponent didn't want to use it, this map is all over a danger zone, meaning that you can fall off really quickly if you're not careful. But The main problem here is that since I'm using the lag build, I need distance to start my attacks, but this guy has a jab as his starter, and jab is faster than any of your lag moves on this short distance. So I have to block and parry a lot. Until I get him really close to the edge. I can't believe he didn't fall off. Fuck. No. I got really lucky here because he's out of stamina. He was pushing me and I couldn't really do anything because all of my attacks weren't fast enough. But he needed one more. He needed one more attack, and I would have to try and parry it. But he was running out of stamina, and when he did, he needed distance. But we get the idea. I need to be more attentive here, but his moves are so fast. Like, they're also pushing him. So that... No! That's what I meant by slippery. Sometimes you press your button because you're so into it a little bit too much and you fall off. Okay. Movement is pretty dangerous too here, because if you move incorrectly, you either get into the opponent's punch, or you dodge into the danger zone, you know? God damn it. I was really lucky to try and dodge there at the very moment when I did that. It's okay. I got this. Composure is the main factor here. Just have to be very composed. Now, you see, he predicted that I would try to parry, and he apparently tried to do the move, so he went back. He didn't fall off? Bullshit. Well, the oppression begins. Ah, damn it. I parried, but it was slightly too early. Or maybe he just delayed it. You have an advantage. Whenever you're respawning, you have an advantage on hitting. So instead of dodging, I should have actually just kicked his ass. Literally. Snap. Okay, good. Sometimes you have to prioritize whether you want yourself in a better position or whether you want to get just a little bit more damage out of his health bar. I would say that it's fun, but this is actually more scary than fun. I don't even need a soundtrack on this map, just the sound of your heartbeat. Man, I wasted too many points into stamina. So whenever it goes really low, I feel very insecure. Shit. Oh my god, he's on the offense. He has no health. I'm trying to get my move in the middle of his moves, but the priority... have to do a low because most of his moves are high, so I'm gonna switch the stance in the middle of his shit and do my shit and blah blah blah. NANI?!